Beech Tree, I'm just going to say this is not an advertisement for it. Don't go. It is a ghastly place. Everyone in there is sober, even when they're drunk. The place is crammed wall to wall with bankers and estate agents and anything else hell or Swanland's managed to cough up that afternoon. And it's one of these modern establishments which attracts the modern pub goer. You know, the person who goes to the pub but doesn't want to drink. So they'll come in and they'll waste my time by ordering a lime and soda or an orange and bitter lemon. Or occasionally on a weeknight you get a whole team of squash players in. You've got names like Gav and Dom and they've come in for a naughty lemonade after practice. Now I get very upset because the pub is full of these people. And I look outside into the so-called shelter and there's the old fellas out there with their pint and their cigarette and they're partaking in comedy. You know, they've been coming here for years. But they've been forced out into the freezing cold for the crime of smoking. I get very upset when I see this because, you know, I think if there was any justice in the world, these chaps should be allowed to be brought back inside because they're going to use the pub for what it was designed for, talking, drinking, smoking, and then shove all the non-drinkers outside into the shelter. It should be called a non-drinking shelter, if you ask me. I'm going to be honest, I don't have anything against people who don't drink. If you don't want to drink, fine, don't drink. Just don't fucking do it anywhere near me, okay? Now, Beech Tree is situated in a marvellous little village called Kirkella. I'd like to apologise to the residents of Kirkella now, and there's a few of you here. But if you've ever got a free Sunday afternoon, go and see Kirkella. It's absolutely fascinating, especially if you're a gnome enthusiast, go and see it. Or if you like Volvo estates or V-neck jumpers, they all like them up there. Kirkella is amazing. And often when you go out to these suburban areas, the locals will all say to you, he says, "Oh, we see them come out at night. They come out at night. Oh, do we not see them at night? Oh yeah, we see them after dark." Kirkella is very different. In Kirkella, they all come out during the day. And by they, I mean the over 70s. They swarm the place. You see, my theory is that the good people of Hull, they live out their lives, they hit retirement, they hit 65, and then they migrate to Kirkella. They live there for a few years and then they die. But during the day, they like to come out. They like to go for lunch at the Beech Tree. And I gotta give them credit. They should deserve a service medal, these folks, because they're terrified of outdoors. They're terrified of open spaces. They're terrified of other people. They're specifically terrified of the under-25s. But they brave these horrific conditions, and they come out to have lunch at the Beech Tree. And you see the box car, the box on wheels, comes pulling into the car park, and they all disembark. Many have artificial limbs. This sort of strange walking apparatus which you didn't know existed, and it's like watching a very low-budget production of The Terminator. As they all sort of you brace yourself because you know horrific. They come in and they ask those questions. It's precious. They ask those questions. You know, they come in. They're completely unaware of any sexual innuendo. So they come in and they ask these questions. Some old Doris will come up to you holding a menu, going, "Excuse me, young man. Is your sausage nice and big?" I'm not quite sure what. Oh, they're obsessed with homemade food. They leave the home in search of homemade. Is it homemade steak and ale pie? What do you think? So they come in, they huddle together, they shove themselves into a corner, and then they hide behind their menus, utterly terrified of everything going on. They all decide what. Then they draw straws, and there's a very good reason for this, because they all got to decide who's got to leave the sanctity of the table, go up to the bar and, you know, order all the food. And let's say, you know, old Eric, he draws the short straw. And old Eric got shot at in Korea, so his memory's gone, you know. So he's got a very dangerous mission. He's got to remember all 4 meals, get up to the bar, get them all out as quickly as possible before he forgets them, and run back to the table before I clearly am going to assault him. So he'll take everyone's orders and he'll come shuffling up. I don't know why they bother taking their slippers off, these people, when they leave the house. They'll shuffle up. "Chanel, young man?" "Yeah," holding up the menu. Beth will have the steak and ale pie. And then Jean will have the fish and chips. So sorry, sir, can I just stop you there a second? Sorry, I need to know, with the fish and chips, would you like garden peas or mushy peas? "Oh, yeah. Hang on, I'll just have to go and ask her." And then he'll turn around back to the table and do that walk that old people do where they're trying to move quickly, but it's just not happening for them, you know. They do that kind of thing where it looks like they're floating, you know. "Yeah, she'll have the garden peas, please." "Garden peas, very good, sir. And what else are we having?" And then I'll have the... Oh, hang on, man, I've forgotten. Yeah, I see, Yeah, Beth will have the fish and chips. Yeah, we've done her. Next person. All right, Marjorie will have she'll have the chicken and bacon salad. Chicken and bacon salad, very good. And what kind of dressing would you like on that? Oh, I hadn't thought about dressing. Hang on, little man. I'll just go. What dressing have you got? Oh well, we got honey and mustard one. It's quite fancy. We've got balsamic. You got your classic vinaigrette, that kind of thing. Oh, hang on. I'll just go and ask her. Sorry, what were there again? Oh, look. That's it. Look, we got honey and mustard, balsamic. You know, your classic vinaigrette. Just pick one of them three. Hang on, I'll just go in and yeah, shall I have that done medium rare, please, mate? No, I'm not talking about steak, I'm talking about drink. And then the guy will collapse because he hasn't moved that much in his whole life. And they say salad's good for you. Fucking no. And that requires a lot of paperwork. But outside of the beech tree, anyone who's ever worked in a pub will have come across a customer who can do this to you.